Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are at day 30 of the December daily LeetCode challenge. We are just one day away from 2025, and I'm assuming that we'll be, enjoying your time, and at the same time you'll be working hard to improve your skills. And coming to today's question, it is 2466. It's again a continuation of the DP topic. So this is again a question on the DP, and this type of questions is well known as the staircase problem because you might have seen like similar questions in many a contest previously as well. These are like commonly called the staircase problems because there will be a staircase kind of scenario in this, and you will have to you can jump one step or two steps at a time, something like that, and you will be asked like in how many attempts you can reach the final step. Okay, in how many what are the various permutation combinations, what are the various ways in which you can reach the final step, something like that. So this is the alternative, that is one such variant of that kind of question. We'll see that how, but it's slightly different from that. And again, since it is marked as a medium level question, so you can see the constraints. The length is around going to be in the 10 power 5 range. Okay, we'll see that question now, but yeah, it's something like that. If you know this previously, just to remind you what kind of question this is going to be, so that you can apply those knowledge here and you can try to solve it. Okay, so now let us jump into it. It is 2466, count ways to build good strings. If you see what are we are given in the inputs, we are given four inputs here. Okay, all of them are numbers. What are they? Low, high, 0 and 1. Okay, so 0 and 1 tells me like how many zeros I can add and how many ones I can add at a time. If you see, let us go with example 2 first. In the example, if you see, they are talking about 0 is equal to 1. That is, at a time you can add only one zero. To, let us say you are having empty string to begin with. In that you can add only one zero at a time. Okay, that's what they're trying to tell you. Now here 1 equal to 2. That means to an empty string you can add two ones at a time. Okay, two ones at a time. Remember, you can add a single one at a time. You have to have two ones at a time. That is what I'm going to say is this whole thing will be added to empty string at once. Okay, two ones at a time, and this tells us how many zeros we need to add at a time. So here one zero will be added at a time. Here two ones will be added at a time. Okay, that is what it is. Now what are these things? We'll come to see that in the detailed question now. Okay, in the detailed question overview. So given, okay, let me zoom out here. Given the integers 0, 1, low and high, we can construct a string by starting with an empty string and then at each step perform each one of the following operations. Okay, what are that? Append the character 0 0 times, or append the character 1 1 times. So I'm assuming like what the question is kind of clear to you. We are starting with empty string. Okay, then what we have to do, we are asked, they are being asked to do this kind of steps. Okay, what are the first step? First step is that append the character 0. How many times? 0 times. Okay, what is 0? 0 is going to be input given to you. Okay, these many zeros you have to append at a time. Okay, now next, append the character 1 1 times. So what we have to do, you have to append the character 1 how many times? See, how many times is going to depend on the input. Okay, here for example in example 2, the 1 is 2. That means you have to append two ones at a time. Okay, in this case you have to append only single one at a time. Okay, that's what it is. Now, yeah, this can be performed any number of times. So what they're trying to tell you is these steps. Okay, these can be performed any number of times. A good string is a string constructed by the above process having a length between low and high both inclusive. Okay, so what they're trying to tell you now, they're trying to tell you is that once you try to, once like we have to follow this process, after that your string length will start increasing. Okay, because you're continuously appending something to it. Now once the length reaches a value between low and high both inclusive, remember that, you will have to start counting them. Okay, as simple as that. A good string is a string constructed by the above process having a length between low and high, both inclusive. Return the number of different good strings that can be constructed satisfying these properties. Since the answer can be large, return it with the module of 10 power 9 plus 7. So I am sure that whenever you see a DP question, these kind of things will be very, very common because the answer will be very, very huge. You can remember that. For that reason, they always try to do a model. They ask you to do a modulo 10 power 9 plus 7 in order to reduce the, the hugeness of the answer. Okay, as simple as that. 10 power 9 plus 7 is actually a prime number. When you do a model with that, the answer will get reduced. Okay, as simple as that. Now let us see some example. Okay, I will go with example 2 first because example 1 here both 0 and 1 are, they are giving us 1, so it will not make much sense according to me because we will not understand the depth of the question in example 1. So I will go with example 2 first. Let us see what we can do. So here they are trying to tell you is that the number of zeros that you will have to add at a time is 1, and the number of ones that you will have to add at a time is 2. Let us see what we can do. So see here, I have kept a single zero. I have kept two ones. Okay, because that is what they're given. Okay, to begin with, we need these two things. Okay, we need these two things. Now we'll try to see. Now see, we'll go length by length. Okay, we'll start from length equal to 1. Okay, we'll start from length equal to 1 and we'll go till length is equal to high. Okay, what is high in this case? Length equal to high is equal to 3. Okay, we'll go till this. Okay, so that is what our aim is. So we will start from L equal to 1. Okay, and then slowly we will be going to all the lengths till when till we reach 3. Okay, simple as that. So let us talk about length equal to 1. So can you quickly tell me what are all the things that can be found with length equal to 1? So we are be sure that, see, this is the only thing that can be found. Okay, so I will write it here as it is. Okay, as simple as that. Now can you quickly tell me what can be found with length equal to 2? So length equal to, again, we are very sure that this by default will be coming because you are taking empty string and adding two ones to it. Okay, so that is how it will be formed. And one more thing that you can do is you can also take this one, that is length equal to 1 string, and add a 0 to it. Okay, remember, since you are length equal to 2, that means you can go to the previous string, that is length, all the strings which have length equal to 1, you can take them and add a 0 behind them. Okay, so if you add a 0 behind them, you are going to get a 0 comma 0. Okay, this is also one such possible thing. Okay, now we have to go for length equal to 3. Can you quickly tell me what are all the things that can be found? First thing is, because here your 0 equal to 1, that means if I go back, that is if I go to L equal to 2, in all these strings, if I add a single 0, I am going to get L equal to 3. Do you agree with me in that? See, my aim is to teach you how this approach is coming. Okay, coding part you can do on your own. Please try to learn this thing first, because in the interview these things will be, they will give you marks for these things. Remember that, how you are reaching the idea. Okay, that is their way of testing you, whether you have already solved this kind of questions, or at the moment you are coming to a good idea and you are solving it. Okay, so please believe me, these kind of things are very important. Now see here, 0 is equal to 1, right? That means we have to add only one zero at a time. So in order to add one zero, what we have to see, we have to go to L equal to 2. In that, whatever are the strings, we will add a 0 to all of them to get L equal to 3. That is the first approach. Okay, so let us do that first. So I will take each one of them now and add a 0 behind them. So what I'm going to get, I'm going to get 110, I'm going to get 00 and a 0. Now since 1 equal to 2, so what I have to do, I have to go to L equal to 1. Okay, I have to go to L equal to 1, and in this I will add two ones now. Okay, whatever is the string here, in that I will add two ones now, in order to get a string, to get a length of 3. Okay, so what I will do, take this 0 as it is and add 2 1 to it. So what you will get, so you will get 0 comma 1 1. Okay, so these are the things that you're going to get. Now we have reached the high, so we are going to stop now. Okay, as simple as that. We will stop now. So what is the range now? The range is between 2 and 3. Okay, that is all the strings that we can form with length 2 and 3. We have to count them for our answer. So how many strings we have formed? One, that is 2 here and 3 here. So 2 plus 3 is 5. So the answer is going to be 5. So I have shown you what idea I'm going to use, and the same thing we will do now. Okay, let us see the solution, how we are going to do it. Okay, so as simple as that, first of all, we are calculating the mod, which we need to do the modulo in the final end. Okay, before sending the answer, we have to do a modulo with this. Okay, as simple as that. Again, like as I mentioned in yesterday's question also, there is a property for modulo, that is, see, for example, if you have a result. Okay, that result, okay, let me teach you this also. See, the idea here is, okay, let me do it. A plus B, if you are trying to do a modulo. Okay, let us say you are trying to do modulo M. Okay, you can also simplify it something like this. Okay, what you can do is, you can do A modulo M, you can do it, and then what you can do is B modulo M, and what after that you can do is, you can do the whole modulo M. Okay, so this is equal to this. Okay, so what we are trying to do is, we want this to be done. Okay, so this means that at every step we'll be doing a modulo. Okay, at every step we are doing a modulo, and then even after addition, that is, even after this addition, we are going to do a modulo. Okay, this is what I wanted to teach you. Okay, we will be doing the same. Okay, so let us see this now. Yeah, now I'm creating a DP. In this, what is the range going to be? The range is going to be up to high. Okay, that is high plus one I'm taking, because I need to remember here both are inclusive, both the low and high are inclusive. For that reason, I am going to take it till high. Okay, yes. So what is this DP going to tell me? So these are lengths. Remember that. That is, I here means length. Okay, that is, each index here means the length. For that particular length, how many strings are possible? That is how it is going to store it. Okay, I will show you how it looks. But for that, let us see first. First of all, I'm initializing the answer which is equal to 0. Then I am populating these two values. What is that? DP of 0 is equal to 1, DP of 1 is equal to 1. What I'm doing, see here, plus equal to 1. So, so try to understand what is happening. See, the first thing that we will be starting with is this. Okay, so yeah, whatever is the length here, for example, here the length is 1, here the length is 2. Okay, so that means when I am at this is the first, remember, this is the first item, this is not the final one. Okay, this is just the initial way to start it. So the first string of length 2 that I can think of is, that is going to be double one. Similarly, the first string that I can think of with length 1 is going to be a single 0. Okay, as similar as that. So that's what I'm going to do it here. Okay, so then I'm printing the DP, and I will show that how it looks, and then we'll proceed further. So if you see here, basically this is how it is going to look. Okay, I'm talking about the example 2. Okay, so since, see, this means that the length one string, that is, number of length one string is going to be 1 initially, and the number of length two string is going to be 1 initially. Remember, here you see the index will tell you the length, and the value is going to tell you the number of strings. Okay, so length 1, that is the index 1 is 1, that is length 1 strings are going to be 1, and the length 2 string, that is index 2 strings, are going to be again 1. Okay, based on the initial condition. Now we'll start the DP. So what we are going to do in the DP? See, we will start calculating from the minimum of the 0 and 1. That is, whichever is the smallest length, we'll start from that first. Okay, so what we have to do? So please pay attention here. This is going to be very interesting. Whatever I did here, okay, whatever I showed you here, the same thing I will be applying here. Okay, I'm just checking for the current I whether I minus 0 is in the range of this. Okay, that is whether this I minus 0 is in the range of this. Okay, 0 to high, whether it is in that range. If it is in that range, what I will do is I will take the value for that. Okay, I am taking the value for that. See, idea is very simple. See, why I'm doing I minus 0, because if you see what is 0, basically 0 is the length, that is how many zeros we have to add. Okay, in order to add zeros, I need some base thing, right? I need some base thing to which I will add the zeros. So that's what I'm trying to do. If this is existing, okay, if this index is existing, okay, in this range, then what I have to do, simply take its value. This value will tell me, see, this particular value is going to tell me how many numbers are there. Okay, in that number I will add zeros in order to get this number. Okay, in order to get number, this particular length string. Okay, as simple as that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take dp pi minus 0 if this exists. Remember, if only if this exists we are going to take it, and then simply do a modulo mod and simply add it in dp of I. Next thing we can do is, I see here I did I minus 0, here I'm going to I minus 1. The idea here is I'm trying to see whether, if any previous thing that we had, whether I can add 1 to it and get the length I. Okay, remember, I is going to be the length. All the things that we are going to form in this particular iteration is going to be of length I. Remember that part. So we are checking if there is a value I minus 1 existing. Okay, with is in this range, it is existing. If it exists, that means either it will have zero value or it will have some non-zero value. Okay, if it has non-zero value, that means there is a string to which I can add this many number of ones, to which I can add this many number of ones and get the current. That's after adding this number of nums, I will get a string of length I. Okay, that's what is the aim. Okay, so what I'm going to do, dp of I minus 1, I'm going to take, I'm doing a percentage modulo there and showing it in dp of I. Okay, remember, this is plus equal to, remember that part, it's plus equal to. Here also it is plus equal to. Initially all of them are 0, all the values are 0 initially, right? This is the initializing part, and this is the carry forward part. Okay, I am, utilizing the previous calculated results, and I am building that forward. Okay, I'm moving from left to right. The previous calculated results is helping me to form the results for the upcoming indexes. Okay, that's what we are doing currently. At last, I'm just doing dp of I is equal to dp of I, that modulo thing. Fine. Then within the iteration itself, I'm trying to capture the answer also. Okay, see here, answer is 0. I'm just checking whether if this I is in the range of low to high plus 1. Why I'm writing high plus 1? Remember, this particular place, whatever you write, Python will take minus 1 of that. Okay, for that reason I'm writing high plus 1, because high is also inclusive. Remember that part. High is also inclusive. Both low and high are inclusive. Okay, for that reason I'm just checking whether I is in range of low and high plus 1. If it is so, whatever is the value here, you can add it to the answer. Okay, as simple as that. Then I'm printing the DP array for you. I will show this now, and finally we're returning answer percentage modulo. Let me show you the results now. See what it tells me is that, let us go to example 1 now. See here, what this tells me. This tells me that there are, see, I'm talking about example 1, there are two strings initially. Okay, what are that? Of length 1. So what are they? First is a single 0, other one is a single 1. Okay, these are the two strings that we are having of length 0, of length 1 initially. Okay, fine. Let us see how we can proceed now. Now for these two strings, what you can do, take these two strings. Okay, now all of them, each of them is length 1. Okay, for each one of them I can add a 0. Okay, so I am getting two more strings, and similarly for each one of them I can add a 1. I am getting two more strings, so that's why I'm getting 4. Similarly in this 4, what you can do, in this 4, take all of them, add a 0 behind them, so you are getting 4 more strings. Okay, and then similarly take this 4 and add a 1 behind them, you are getting 4 more. So 4 plus 4 is 8. This is how you are getting 8. Okay, as simple as that. I'll show you the, maybe I will show the calculation for this also. But yeah, I showed you example 2 initially. So let's go to example 2 now. So yeah, they are doing the same thing here. Okay. See here, it is 1 is there. Fine. Now what you have to do, see, now you will come to this particular one. Okay. This one is there already, and the other one could be, made from this. Okay. So that's what I have showed you initially. Okay. See here. Yeah, here this 0 is 1. Okay. That is, I will take this string and add a 0, and I will get one more string here. Okay, similar that. So that, because of that, it is 2 now. Now I will take all of these two strings, okay, and add a 0. I will get 2 here again, and I will take this one and add double ones. Okay, because 1 is 2, I will add two ones behind this particular string, so it will again give me 1. So this 1 plus 2 will become 3 here. So that is how I'm going to get it. Okay, okay. Let me first of all show you the example. Yeah, the example one, let me show you. So what we are starting with, 0 comma 1. Okay, now behind each of these strings, what we are going to do, I am going to add a 0. So what it will become, 0 comma 0, it will become 1 comma 0. Now behind again the each of these strings, what I will do, I will add a 1. Okay, it will become 0 comma 1, it will become 1 comma 1. Okay, something like this. Okay, now what they have given, high is 3. Okay, once we have to do it once again. So what you have to do now, see here currently we are having 4 strings. I will take all 4 of them now. Okay, I will take all 4 of them now. I will just add 1 to each one of them now. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add a 1 to each one of them now. Okay, at last, that is, I'm taking all the strings in the previous time, adding 1 to them. Similarly, I can take these things again. I can take these things again and add a 0 to all of them at the end. Okay, so I will add a 0 now to all of them at the end. Okay, so yep, here also 0, here also 0, and here also 0. So that is how we are getting 8 strings. Okay, yep. So yeah, fun. That was all for this question. I showed you the whole thing, basically, like everything I showed you, like how we are starting with, how we are initializing the thing, okay, and then how we are propagating. That is for the previous calculated results. That is the solution to the previous sub problems. How we are using them to calculate the bigger sub problems, okay, other sub problems. So that is what we are doing. We are using the result of the previous sub problem, and we are calculating the results for the upcoming sub problems. Okay, as simple as that. So yep, that is how it is. If you talk about the space and time complexity, as you can see, space means here we are using array whose length is up to I, O of I. So that is going to O of I. That is the space complexity. And coming to time complexity, again, we are running a loop from till high. Remember that, till high. Again, it depends on what is the 0 and when all those things are. I agree they are there, but still on the upper case, that is on the higher limit, it is going to be O of I. Okay, the space complexity also O of I and time complexity also O of I. So yeah, friend, that was all for this particular video. And if you have any questions, please do reach out to me. I am, going through all the comments. If possible, I'm answering them. If I am able to help you, I am definitely answering them. Like some of you were asking me regarding some projects and all those stuff. Yeah, I am trying to help you and I am trying to answer it. But again, if you ask something relevant to this particular video, I'm damn sure I will reply it. But if you're asking something different, I will try to reply you personally, because yeah, it depends, right? On what is your question exactly? I will try to the best to help you out, but again, it depends, right? If you are asking me to like help you in some contest, like previously, like some people reached out to me to help them in their contest. So again, like those things, I cannot be helping you directly. Okay, remember that part. See, I can see my aim is to get you to a place where you can help yourself. Okay, that is the main intention. Again, like I can help you in your projects and all those stuffs, but not in a public way like this. Okay, so please reach out. Like projects and guidance I can give you, but again, like not the contest participation. Like I cannot be participating in a contest on your behalf. Those things I am not doing. Okay, so yeah, and that was all for this video. If you like my contents, please subscribe. This really gives a lot of motivation to continue further. See you tomorrow. Thanks a lot.